I'm Richard Milward. I'm going to read you a piece for loops that I've written about Spacemen 3, and the piece is called Drugby Union. Drugs and music make a wonderful couple. Without wanting to sound like a soggy-eyed grandmother-in-law, it's like they really were made for each other. The best drugs make the best sounds sound even better, like replacing your old worn-out ears with new state-of-the-art surround sound speakers for a few sacred hours. Along with drinking cups of tea and daydreaming, taking drugs and listening to music is one of my all-time favourite pastimes. Acid transforms Donovan into the most gorgeous, hilarious twee psychedelia, putting me into stitches just by the way he rolls his R's. Ecstasy in the Beatles makes me fall hopelessly in love, Cupid-like, with whoever happens to be nearby, especially if they like the Beatles too. But it's Spacemen 3, with their Timothy Leary-like guidance and delightful hypnagogic drones, who turn taking drugs into a riotous, near-religious experience. A very long time ago, the hole in the middle of Karl Marx's beard said, "Religion is the opiate of the masses." And a bit more recently, between the years of our Lord, 1982 and 1990 to be precise, Spacemen 3 were the opiate for a modest number of drone-drenched disciples. Nowadays, more people get the kicks from drugs and music than from the stuffy shackles of religion, although essentially the experience is quite similar, going out every weekend in your best clobber, singing along to enlightening happy-clappy music, receiving wine, getting scolded and told what to do by men in sharp black suits. Likewise, both getting lashed and going to church have that cruel ability to make you wake up feeling a bit guilty now and then. With all the references to God and the Lord in the lyrics, Spacemen 3 seemed a bit like sonic shaman themselves, blending heavenly hypnotic guitar and synth with mantra-like melodies whispered lovingly in your inner ear. Often people would sit on the floor at their gigs, as if in prayer, the altar-like amplifiers churning out layer upon layer of enlightening white lightning. Spacemen 3 enjoyed sitting down at their gigs too, not ones for onstage amateur dramatics or daft cock rock showmanship. The band delivered their sermons sitting on stools, a bit like your local dusty, folky church band, except with more intentional feedback, more stroboscopic, brain-sizzling light shows, and more songs about smack. They are a wonderful companion to any trip, be it drug-fueled or otherwise, transporting you softly to a strange world where you can walk and talk with Jesus, fall in love, and come down easy. On a chilly Friday evening in autumn, me and a pal took some LSD out from its hiding place in the back of To Kill a Mockingbird. A few hours later, after the obligatory giggling along to Donovan, I decided to dash home before the effects wore off, to surrender my surround sound speaker ears completely to Spacemen 3. It seemed like the decent thing to do, since I was limbering up to write an essay about them and all. Laid out perfectly horizontally on my bed, I figured the best place to start was to stick on both versions of Suicide, the band's notorious one-chord metallic noise orgy, off the remastered Playing with Fire album on headphones. Since intense tear-jerking laughter had been the theme of the night's trip, as soon as the song kicked in, both me and the guitars were cackling uncontrollably. At times it was like being serenaded by a lynch mob of randy robots, squealing "danger, danger, 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 danger," the music wow 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 wowing away, rising, rising, rising to the point of a supersonic starburst. You see, it's the tones, not specifically the notes, that ooze pleasure in Spacemen 3's music. Applying a strict Puritan ethic of less is more, the band's legendary manifesto was 3 chords good, 2 chords better, 1 chord best. The Spacemen eschewed fancy fretwork for jaw-dropping simplicity. In their infancy, the band were more or less shunned for their particular brand of repetitive psychedelia, whereby songs could go on for 20-odd minutes, the lads seemingly stuck in a one-note groove, like statuettes in a broken music box, but went on to inspire legions of fans and bands who enjoy getting high on the crest of a steadfast sound wave.